to bring together not just the technological background and the academic background, but also combine and fuse that with something which is very dear to our hearts, which is Indian music, Indian classical dance, Indian traditions, our local mythology, our stories that we all grow up as a child, right? So you're trying to combine and use artificial intelligence there, right? Integrating how people train, how we train in music, how we train in dance, and how do you, firstly, how do you traverse both the worlds? How do you make sure that, that's something that got you excited? And use of artificial intelligence, you said generative AI using for the dance industry, I shouldn't call it industry, it's more like a culture part of us, music, and how do you manage that? So, for example, when you're portraying Radha Krishna on the stage, right? So, as a human being, we are aware that Radha Krishna, their facial expressions, their dance forms, there's music. How does AI do that? How do you marry that with AI? That's something I want to start with.
Thank you very much. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting, and I think
it's great to have you here.
And all the prestigious dignitaries here. It's wonderful. One thing all of us have to realize is when we're talking about AI, everyone says, "Oh my God, AI is coming. Our jobs will be gone, or something is changing." Yep. What we don't realize is AI is meant for larger good, right? That's the theme of our Vision India, right? So the larger good we're talking about is the Indian rich cultural heritage. So I've spent 38 years performing Indian classical dances and 22 plus years in technology, right? So the interesting part is what you can see in conglomeration here. I'll give you a simple example, sir. We've got a lot of people who are learning arts, practicing arts. I'm sure you all heard about the Guru Sishya Parampara or Gurukula Parampara, right? Where the gurus would come, they've inherited the art from many years and they transfer it to the next generations. Now today we are in a juncture where this transmission is hindered, right? Either because of technological advancements or patronage to arts, right? So how do you make sure the authenticity is traveling? So a simple example I can take is the research I'm doing is more in terms of temple dance forms, right? And this is 2000 years old. So we're talking about from Natya Shastra 200 BCE on all the rules which have come, plus all the gurus who formulated this, all Devadasis who danced in the temple, who followed the rituals, and how can that be, contained and brought together. So if you asked me this question 4 years ago, I would say it's a difficult problem to solve. Come generative AI. So I'll spend 10 seconds about the difference between the generative AI and analytical pieces, right? So we always had artificial intelligence for 50 year plus, right? So artificial intelligence had the analytical part, predictive part, and the generative part. What you're seeing with Gemini or ChatGPT or new things is the generative part. We never thought it could think to generate something new based on what it sees, right? So that's the whole idea. So then there's another acronym I would like to add, which is called multimodal.
Multimodal, yeah.
Yes, it's MODAL, model. So when I say multimodal, that means like the way we are humans, we see, that's vision. We talk, that's speech. We hear, right? That's
audio.
Yes, audio, right? Yeah. So, and we have to combine all these three things to visualize. Let's say in the audience here today, we've got a 50-year-old great expert in as a guru, and I perform. The guru can interpret me very well, right? Criticize or interpret. But how can you make sure that all these elements can be combined together, right? The multimodal aspects can be combined,
right,
and then it can be generated. So, bhava, rasa, abhinaya, costumes, right? Footwork, everything. If I do a speed footwork, then it means there's an excitement or aggression relative to this. So, you're talking about music, lyrical, the ragas, the tunes used, analyzing that. We're talking about the dancer himself, herself, how they're performing, the facial abhinaya, the body postures, the hand mudras. They're all visuals, right? Or even what story we are narrating, right? The mythological stories, the characters we are playing. Krishna has a flute, right? There's a peacock feather.
Right.
Bhama has got a golden plate. Or Vishnu has Shankha Chakra, right? So there's a lot of in-depth things. And with the new models coming in, we're able to extract the patterns here. So two things. One is how can I preserve the legacy by bringing these aspects and extract a digitized version of it, A. Two is learn from all the experts who are probably not reachable to all the new generations coming.
Sure.
Generate the patterns and disseminate it.
Okay. So does that mean that, the arts and the crafts and the music, the maestros we have, we always are very aware that, a day will come when we will not have those maestros, right? Shehnai or sitar or music or dance and other art forms. Do you think that's giving us an opportunity of creating if I can use that word, digital twinning, to create something which can then last for perpetuity? So imagine, for example, Ustad Bismillah Khan's teaching, to